Hi, my name is Jeremy Lau, and this is my self-analysis presentation. I was a very talkative child growing up. I had a lot of friends, and the teachers had to tell me to shut up. It got so extreme where I actually made a couple of teachers cry.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! It's all your fault!
In this video, I'll be covering two tests that we've covered in this semester. The first test would be the Myers-Briggs Indicator test. The second test would be the Big Five personality test. I believe this is a very important topic because as I am heading into the workforce, there's a need for me to know my strengths and weaknesses. I should also know which part of my personality needs improving on. Tyagi stated that the MBIT is the most used personality sorting instrument. As you can see, I am an ENFP. Famous ENFPs include Ellen DeGeneres, Ricky Gervais, and also Robin Williams. ENFPs are social creatures. They are enthusiastic and also full of energy. They can also be very, very loud. The ENFP personality type can be broken down into 4 elements.
Good morning, Vietnam!
The first element would be extroversion. Extroverts love to
Make new friends!
These photos can show you the number of different types of friends I have from the various backgrounds. These photos were taken while I was still in high school. They can be a little bit too honest, and not everyone is gonna like that. Extroverts also talk a little bit too much sometimes. There will be times where extroverts are not welcome due to their over bubbly nature. One of the biggest problems with being an extrovert would be once you're alone and you've been isolated for a very long time, you tend to feel very depressed. And
the extreme version of it would be suicidal.
According to Fernham and Crump, individuals who have high levels of extroversion and intuition are more likely to be promoted in the workforce. The second element of the ENFP, N, stands for intuition. John Murray stated that, number 1, the creative and the artistic ones are the ones that have the greatest intuition. Number 2, he also stated that intuition types, they think outside the box, so they're not stuck within a certain perimeter of thought. I've always been that big picture guy who always never really gave any thought into details. I make decisions based on logic most of the time, but however, sometimes my gut feeling tells me otherwise, and I really do believe my gut feeling because it is my instinct. Sometimes that causes a lot of problems, especially when I'm in a certain organization and there are a lot of senses instead of intuition type people over there. This may cause a lot of disharmony within the group. Recently, this year, I was recruited into an organization called ASEAN Youth Organization of Australia. I was put into the think tank department. The president of the organization thought that I was very suitable for the role as I had a big picture approach towards solving problems and also planning out events for the year. I helped out with an event 2 weeks ago. We had a summit and it was quite successful with over 200 people joining. The third element of the ENFP type would be F for feeling. Yes, I do mean feelings, that warm, fuzzy feeling that you get inside your heart. William Hewitt said that individuals who are of the feeling type usually place a lot more emphasis on personal values and the feelings of others when making decisions. Back in Monash in Malaysia, before I transferred to Australia, I founded the first Monash Malaysian track and field club. Due to my responsibility as vice president, I had to factor in the opinions of others who could not perform as well as some. I learned a lot from leading this club, and it was a very good growing experience for myself. Feeling type individuals get hurt quite easily. That's because they are very sensitive individuals. They will lead with their heart, but not their brain. And finally, we come to our fourth element, which is P, which stands for perceiving. Being a perceiving type allows me to be very flexible with my thoughts, time, and also organizational skills. I am spontaneous, I adapt well to environments, and I am also very open to options. However, the perceiving types can be very disorganized, and this is very counterproductive to whatever organization that the perceiving type is in. Working as a production crew guy, you tend to face a lot of problems and difficulties with the set. This forces you to be very spontaneous and adaptive to the environment. Moving on to the Big 5 personality test, I scored a 4.3 for openness to experience, 2.6 for conscientiousness, 4.3 for extroversion, 3.9 on agreeableness, and 3.3 on neuroticism. All my scores were very strong, except for conscientiousness, which was a moderate. I'm very open to many things in life, such as culture, art, music, and also food. I am a very firm believer of traveling, as I know traveling broadens your mind and helps you see things in a different point of view. As mentioned by Barrick and Mount, those who have high scores for openness to experience generally have a very positive attitude towards learning in general. This would be very beneficial in the workforce. As mentioned by Bachanan, individuals with high extroversion scores tend to be very versatile and form personal relationships very well. I believe I'm a very diplomatic person. That is why my agreeableness level is very high. There have been many cases where I am the mediator between two parties who are in conflict. Because I work in a fast food joint called Zombero, I have to be very cooperative with my team members. Gray and John have stated that individuals with high levels of neuroticism are very unstable and they are very moody. As my neuroticism scores are the second lowest, I find that I am actually quite bad at handling stress. I get very anxious and depressed and frustrated when I can't get a certain task done. However, I do think that I am improving slowly. During my time as an intern in Deloitte, I had a superior who had very high expectations of me. At first, I couldn't react properly, but then I grew and I rose to the challenge and I completed all the tasks in due time, successfully. I'm actually not very certain about my conscientiousness levels because I'm not sure if I am perceiving my own self as somebody who's lazy, who's irresponsible, who does not have any responsibility in life. However, from what I can understand right now, I hold one internship, a part-time job, and 3 very hard units. I believe the scores are not as accurate as deemed to be. Robert and Chung have stated that individuals with high levels of conscientiousness are very fixed in their ways. Bill Gates said that he would hire a lazy man over a hardworking man. This is because a lazy man will get things done the most efficient way possible. I believe that is me. Laziness is the grandfather of innovation. However, I am not advocating anybody to be lazy.
He seemed like a very nice guy. He's very talkative. He loves to have a chat. Well, I think he's got very good communication skills. He's very confident, so I think he'll be able to use that to his advantage in the workforce. I've only known Jeremy for a week and a half, 2 weeks, so nothing's really come to light as of yet, but I'll keep you updated.
The first time I met Jeremy, he was very friendly, very loud, and he instantly made me feel like I made a friend back home. He was very, very nice and welcoming, so that was nice. His noticeable strengths are that he's very good with people. He talks to people a lot, and that's really, really good. If you ask me, he has very good PR, very good communication skills. His communication flaws: he talks too much. He talks really well, but he doesn't know when to stop. But that's fine. Like for me, that's fine. But for other people, I don't know whether that's going to be a problem because I talk too much as well. Communication skills. I think listen more than speak.
And my strengths are having good communication skills. As mentioned by my colleagues, I talk a lot. I'm also very creative and open to new things. For example, choosing to do this video for my first time instead of writing an essay. My weaknesses would be being very disorganized. I also have no urgency of time as I like to procrastinate. I also crack under pressure. I talk a little bit too much, and at times I don't catch all the details that are needed. It is mentioned by Zhao and Sabert that individuals who are entrepreneurs have high levels of conscientiousness. I am trying to get my life more organized. I have also bought myself a personal diary. Google Calendar also reminds me of the things that I need to do. Exercising provides us many positive benefits. Exercising helps me deal with stress. And this is why I have joined a gym which is open 24/7. I'm also now making a conscious effort to listen more than speak. In conclusion, the test results are very accurate to my nature. However, I believe I am an ambivert, so there are times where I am extroverted and there are also times where I am introverted. I also believe that personalities change over time. In the future, I will do both the tests again and I'll compare my results to see any differences. Thank you for watching this video.